Well, all, welcome to Deep South Bama, here at Mr. Tom. Now, boys and girls, what are we going to be up to today? What we're going to be up to today is we're going to be planting out the old raised bed we restored here a few weeks back. One that used to be the herb bed, filled with culinary herbs for my kitchen. Now, we're not going to go ahead this late in the year and plant it out in herbs, maybe next spring. What we are going to be doing is planting it out for the fall. So I wanted to take you along with me, show you how we do it, and we're going to go ahead and get it done today. So pull up a chair, get you a cold one, sit a while, and take you along with us. So let's head on over here to this old raised bed. If you watch my video on it, we restored this. It was totally overgrown. It had trees, brambles in it, vines, you name it, it had it. And we cleared it back off, and of course, all the timbers were rotten. And we really hadn't decided what to do with it. It used to be an herbal bed where I had growing my herbs for culinary uses. But today we're going to go ahead and plant out for some fall veggies and put her back in production. So stay with us and we'll show you what we got going on. Well, we went ahead and took off the garden netting that was just there for Trixie and Merlin, so they wouldn't be using it as their own personal litter box. Went ahead and gave it a quick rake, remove all the leaf debris and limbs that had fallen on over the last month or so. And now what we're going to do is we're going to top it off with a couple of bags of box store compost, and then we'll get to starting the planting. And I'll show you at that point just what we're going to be putting in it and from where it came from. Here again, we're always keeping to the principle. Use what we have on hand before we buy anything else. Sit back, stay with us. Okay, we went ahead and added in a couple of 4 cubic feet bags of compost that we'd picked up at Tractor Supply. We got it spread out. Went ahead and raked it in, chopped it up into the top surface with just your standard garden rake right here. You can buy these anywhere, kids, and they're not too hard to use. So we got everything nice and even, and now we're ready to do some planting. So let me show you just where the seeds have come from. Now, everything we planted here, with the exception of the burpy purplish cucumbers and the early sun-glow corn, as well as the transplants we put back in June, have come out of this. And this is your survival garden heirloom seeds. And if you look, we bought this back on I think it says September the 6th, 2017. So we had it. So this year, when we decided to retire and get back to gardening, putting the whole place back together, we decided why not use them up first before we bought any new. So that's what we're going to be putting in here. And that's what we planned throughout the entire place this year. Okay, I went ahead and took the seed packets out, and what we're going to be putting in here is the Tokyo long white bunching. Carrot will be the scarlet natties. And for kale, we're going to have blue scotch curled. Radish will be the cherry bell. Spinach will be the noble giant. And then we're going to have the butterhead buttercrunch lettuce, ruby leaf lettuce, and of course our favorite black seed Simpson. Now here again, all these seeds came out of the Survival Garden heirloom seeds. And we'd bought this back in 2017 just to throw in with our prepping supplies. Yeah, we do prep too, in case apocalypse falls upon us. Got things covered on the food and supplies for 4 years if we need them. Well, no sense using them unless we have to. But this year, I wanted to go ahead and use this seed up because all seed deteriorates over time. With every year, the germination rate goes down. So why not use it up now, get something out of it, and we can buy more next year. So hang tight, and let's get her put in. Well, there you have it. We got 4 rows planted. So I think you got the idea now. Now it's a little tedious when you're using these small seeds. So just take your time. Try not to drop too many. I mean, it really doesn't matter, so don't panic. If you drop too many, you can just thin them out later. But if you're a little low on funds, trying to keep as much seed on hand as you can, try to drop them sparingly. That way you don't have to thin them out later, which always has bothered me. Sort of like killing my babies when I have to thin them out. So we're going to go ahead and get the rest of this bed planned out. We'll come back to it when we're finished. Well, there you have it. I've got all the rows covered up, tamped them in lightly with a garden rake. Don't press down, just use the weight of the rake. Sort of bounce it on top after you've covered the seed. And what we put in here, couldn't get it all in, but what we did put in is we put in a row of these Tokyo long white bunch of onions. Put us in a row of kale, EH Blue Scotch curled. Got us a row there of my favorite, black seeded Simpson. We put in the Butter Crunch Butterhead lettuce. ruby leaf lettuce, 2 wide rows of carrot, scarlet naties. These always work well down here in the deep south. And finally, 1 row of cherry bell rashes. And now here in the next couple of days, if they come up like they did in my transplants for the main garden, fall garden, we should be able to come out here in 3 to 4 days and see them all sprouted up. Now, something I do want to remind y'all of, this needs to stay moist until the plants are established. You let it dry out down here in this deep south heat, it will die on you. So keep an eye on it. It's going to probably require being mist-watered a couple of times a day till it gets up and gets established, not just sprouted. So that's where we are. We got the garden bed planted out for the fall. We'll see how it comes out. Appreciate you boys and girls sitting with me a while. Until next time, y'all make sure you take care. Stay safe out there. God bless you and yours. Bye.